From its post-apocalyptic world to its extraction shooter mechanics, here's everything to know about Ark Raiders. Ark Raiders is an extraction shooter from developer Embark Studios, founded in 2019 by former Electronic Arts and DICE developers, the studio's first release being 2023's arena shooter, The Finals. Ark Raiders was first revealed at 2021's Game Awards. At this time, the game was devised as exclusively player versus environment and was announced as a free-to-play title. However, soon after, development on the game stalled. The team was finding that the PvE format wasn't leading to enough fun gameplay moments often enough, so they decided to add PvP into the mix to inject some unpredictability into the game. It was also around this time that the extraction shooter element was added, but the team wished to make a more accessible entry in the genre that didn't bog the players down by having them overly in the menus. Tweaking this element of the game to a place where the studio was happy with it played a large factor in the game's initial release continuously being delayed internally. In addition, having the finals out in the wild also provided feedback to the studio that it then also implemented in its designs for Ark Raiders. Ark Raiders' titular arc are weaponized machines that one day crash land on Earth. Their origins and motivations are a mystery, but most humans they came across were wiped out, with the remnants of humanity hiding underground. A brave few known as Raiders have since embarked back up to the surface to scavenge for scraps and, if they're lucky, take down an Ark or two for even more useful loot. But the Raiders are not a monolith, with numerous different Raider groups vying for and competing over the same limited resources. As mentioned earlier, the final iteration of Ark Raiders is a PvPvE extraction shooter. Each excursion to the planet's surface, or the topside as it's colloquially known in the game, lasts only 30 minutes, with players either solo or in a group of 3 vying to scavenge as much loot as they can and surviving before returning underground. Players can focus on their own goals or follow objectives given to them by the game's NPCs, completion of granting them additional XP. Players will face both Ark and other players as well during their time topside. Ark come in a variety of different shapes and sizes, each with different functions. Some are built for maximum lethality, while others exist to simply track the actions of the Raiders and announce their location for other robots to come and find. Each excursion takes place in a different location that is a part of an area known as the Rust Belt. Each location has different topographical and climatic conditions. In addition, special events can occur in said locations that not only change the environment, but can also lead to different looting opportunities. While excursions to the surface only last 30 minutes, players can exfiltrate at any time, granted that they find an exit. If a player dies before extracting, they will lose all of their gear. However, players will not lose XP if they perish. Underground, the player travels to Speranza that exists somewhere under the south of Italy, Speranza being the Italian word for hope. This isn't an explorable hub, but rather a menu-based one. Here, players can expend their XP points for permanent skills and upgrades to help them better survive future excursions, as well as buy and sell loot, modify and repair their gear, and take on challenges from various NPC vendors. Completing certain challenges will also increase players' Raider cred, which in turn can be used to redeem rewards that are a part of Raider decks. Raider decks will come in both free and paid varieties, with some being limited time and others being permanent. Ark Raiders will release on October 30th, 2025 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. While the title was originally envisioned as a free-to-play title, the base game will now cost $40. A deluxe edition of the game costs $60 and includes a variety of cosmetics, as well as tokens to be spent in-game on Raider decks. In a recent Discord AMA, Embark Studios confirmed that the full release of Ark Raiders will not feature any pay-to-win mechanics, and Raider decks will only feature cosmetic items. Pre-ordering either edition of the game will net you additional cosmetics too. And that's everything to know about Ark Raiders. For more on the game, including our upcoming review, stay right here on GameSpot.